I'm learning all this as I'm going, so if any of this is slightly incorrect, please do correct me in the comments, especially you guys truck experts. But yeah, so as far as I'm aware, I'm going off all the Japanese standards. There was the Elf that came out with this style headlight, and then later on it had a post facelift, which I think is why it's called PM post model, I'm not sure. But then it was a solid headlight model, so you can see this one here is like old school twin bricks with a bit of a black fascia in there, which makes the truck look quite dated. Looks nice, but quite dated. So I bought the PM headlights because they're interchangeable. You can also do the angrier face headlights on these trucks as well, because as far as I'm aware, I think from 97 to 2003 they were saying, I think this whole cab is the same as most models. So the front of it can be interchanged. You can get like the angrier slanty eye version as well for the front of this, but I didn't want something too new. We wanted to stay a bit old school still with it. So let me grab these other headlights and I'll show you what they look like. Hopefully very, very soon we can remove this bull bar permanently. Grass. Too much grass. Too much grass. It's just terrible having black cars out in rural areas. I figure while we're doing the front of this, let's mock up and sort out this end on. And I also pulled my grill off and realized how much of this you can actually see through the grill when I'm driving around. So I found some random plastic gardening liner mesh stuff, and conveniently enough it will fit perfectly. So let's put some of this on, should hide some of that, and then we'll sort out end and headlights and the facelift, which should look really cool. A lot cleaner than what it currently does. I'm so tempted to get a can of matte black and just cover that, mainly for the rust prevention, but it looks gross. And black paint done wonders. Just painted that some black, so now it doesn't look so gross. Get the other headlight out. I'll leave that headlight in. We'll put the new headlight in on this side and we'll do comparisons. Not too long ago, I put HRDs in these, and I had to retrofit the back of this using some welding wire. Thankfully these guys have all the attachments, because these are a bit old and haggard. Like all things advertised as quick and easy, this was indeed not quick and easy, and I'm about to show you why. Here we have post lift headlight now in, and this is our old headlight, and in the meantime I did paint behind the grille there, and then I've put that gardening material stuff in there, so now it looks a lot neater and tidier. I haven't washed any of this, by the way. Disclaimer. But yeah, so OEM style. Now these are said to be a straight swap. I call BS. It is not a straight swap, but it's not too hard to do what you need to do. And now that I've had the practice with this one, I will show you on the next one. But what do you guys think? Do you like? I haven't actually turned them on yet. Just finished. A good part to this is I think the H4 conversion kit that I put in the front of this truck fits wonderfully. I didn't have to adjust or modify any of the housing like I did on this one for them to work. However, you can see that inside one there is orange, so whereas these had high and low on the inner and outer, it definitely shaves like 5 years off the truck. Before after. Okay, if you own one of these trucks and you're considering doing this facelift upgrade, this is what you're going to need. Get yourself a Phillips, get yourself a drill, anywhere with a 4mm, 4.5, 5mm. I'm currently using a 5mm drill piece just to modify this plastic housing. Scissors were very handy. Get yourself some long bolts. I've just used Allen keys ones because that's all I have. They're also stainless, so they're not going to rust like the previous ones, which were these guys here. Some of these will work, but you'll note that one of them is longer and shorter than the other. Whoop. And these new headlights that you can get on Yahoo Japan have a different slightly different mounting point to the original old ones there. So these sit nice and flush, whereas these sit a little up, so you have to, it's not much, but there's a bit of a space there that washers are handy. Just trust me. Don't modify the brackets on the truck. Modify the plastic bits on the headlights. Here. My head's in the way. Here. Here. And here. Oh, I have to aerolite that out really quick too. When and if you do ever buy these, wherever they get them from, I think mine was just damaged during shipping, but you'll note that these regularly crack and break off. So I've had to repair 3 out of 4 of these on these 2 headlights. However, I got these refunded from the seller due to that. Still cost $200 in postage though, but definitely a nice upgrade. Optional for you guys, but get yourself 4 washers, nice big washers like this, and get one on a grinder and grind it down into a square like this. This one single hole up in the top corner here, pretty handy to have this on. If you have washers this size, which you will need, you need to cut those sides off to fit nice and smooth in a bit of an L. You'll get yourself some pliers. If you are using Allen's keys like myself, you will need an Allen's key. And first things first, we are going to pull the grill off. Now, it's very easy to pull the grills off on this. You've just got one bolt in the middle here, and the rest of this will just pop off like so. Oop, I can't do this one-handed. Don't blow my camera off the car. Nature. There we go. So yeah, this is the mesh I put on the back, and it's just plastic garden mesh that my mother-in-law had lying around that I've just cut out and glued on, so it works really well. And hopefully I can clean it out pretty easily with a pressure washer to get all the bugs out, because we're going to get a lot of bugs because truck and because rural. Maybe Japan doesn't have that problem, or where you guys are doesn't have that problem, but I've got that problem. Alright, next part to doing this job is you remove these little guys here. Now, I've upgraded these. Again, Yahoo Japan sells these in chrome, so I bought chrome ones instead of the white plastic ones, and my rubbers on one of these was missing anyway, so nice little replacement. On the inside corner here, you'll notice this is nice and flush. There's a little plastic tab in here that clips in underneath the parker and the housing here, which this one is nice. However, when I got this one, the manufacturing to it was pretty weak, and the second I put it in, it kind of snapped off. So they do sit like that. I have to fix the tab on that one. So pulling these off, they just little press in things. You've got to pull them out like this, and yeah, like that. And they've got these little guys on the ends. I actually made these ones here because I was short too. So they look like that. Don't lose them, because then you'll have to weld a blob onto a bolt like I did. There's that little tab I was talking about that you don't want to snap. Very flimsy, especially on these aftermarket ones. And we are going to pull. Oh, hello, you're already out. Okay, pull these guys out. One. It's my quick release screw. No, some of these, so that side I think has had a slight, I don't know, dent into something, because some of the brackets are a bit weird, and some of the brackets on one side or this side were missing little plastic square things. So all the little square things like these kind of things, and these things, and there's some in this, and there's some up here as well. So don't lose any of that, and if you do have good condition headlights, you may have to switch over some of these little plastic things that I'm about to show you into the new set. This is scary to do one-handed. Aha! And then these old headlights also, pretty flimsy. Wow, thank you for proving my point there. Yeah, very flimsy, and the fascias are just kind of from there. Sorry, bright light. Also, I forgot to mention, get yourself a 10mm and an extension. So you can do the 4 bolts here, here, and here to get the headlight off. And before you take this out, climb under here and undo your headlights first, or at least if you've got factory headlights. I'm going to pull mine out with it because they're aftermarket HID things, and they've got some little clicky dude in there that I'll show you that I had to mess around to get to work. Next part, onto how to modify these headlights and put them into your Elf or NQR or N Series or whatever you're doing that's a truck. Sorry, I called these HIDs earlier. I meant LEDs, but very similar. It's got the same cooling thing and that kind of crap. Just slightly different, but yeah, for the guys that'll probably pull me up on them, like, hey, they're not HIDs. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, pull this rubber dude off. And I pull the tab. Hiya. Come off. Thank you. Yep. You'll notice that this little rubber dude has like a hood, like a hat hood right there. Make sure that faces up. That way the rain and stuff and the water goes down underneath it. Remember to put the tab at the top and you're good. But what I need to do to fit these guys is, or if you guys run HIDs, LEDs, whatever, if you're running aftermarket headlights as well, which, let's be honest, who wouldn't be? Get your pair of magical scissors and cut until you get to the line. Roughly the same width as that. And then what you'll do is cut down one little line in the bottom here to allow the wires to come out the bottom. And voila! So 2 seconds like this. Just like OEM kinda, not really. I have a light here though instead of a high beam, low beam. So I have an option to put a colour in there or do something funky with that in the future, or I could just turn it into an indicator. But I've already got indicators in the side pockets there. So I don't know. Not sure what I want to do with that. I could buy the crazy flashy bulbs. Hey, let's do that. Well, that's all you really need to do to prep the back of this one, and then what I will do in a second is I'll show you how we are going to put this in and drill the holes for that without bending your brackets on your truck. So you can see out of the 4 of these, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 bottom ones fit and line up correctly. You will not have to do anything to modify these bottom 2 here. They are fine. However, you can see how far off these 2 are. There's one over there, and the other hole is up the top here. So what I've done on my other one over here is I've elongated the hole diagonally right hand up here and diagonally right hand up the top here. I don't know why it doesn't fit perfectly, but I haven't played with the newer model of this truck to kind of see what brackets were different and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's all you kind of need to get that to line up. If you're not sure if it's going to line up, or you're not sure where it's sitting, etc., make sure that when you are doing these up, that this is in line with the lower half of your parker here. So that's going to be flat, and you can grab your eyelid and check where that's going to sit as well, which is right there. So I have a bit of a gap between mine because I've got to lift the headlight up a little bit more. All these parts are aftermarket, so you can't expect them to fit perfectly. And don't worry too much if you see a big gap here and you're like, oh, the headlight comes too far over the front there, is my grille going to fit anymore? Don't worry, I have test fitted, the grills still fit perfectly fine. And if you look, once you put your chrome bit on, you line it up on the end of the edge of here. You can see that's lined up, and you can see that perfectly still lines up there as well. So it's just a bit of an optical illusion when you pull this off, because you've got so much of the bonnet part here hidden behind it. Elongate those holes, and then yeah, when you tighten these up, just push the headlight up on this, just to make sure that if it sags once you're gone, you know, it's where it needs to be. And then seeing I got you guys to grind out a square on one of your washers, that little guy goes up. Depending on where your hole is, you might find it goes that way up there, or it may also go down like that, depending on where your bracket is. And that is currently in. So you can see how much I had to elongate that hole there versus that hole there, and how handy that washer came. Also got the nice flat part here at the bottom that lines up with the parker, and then our eyeball will go on top. Eyeball, eyelid, like this. It might pop out a little on the edge here, but I think that is just factory how it's meant to be. And you can see, so elongated, elongated, don't elongate, don't elongate, perfectly fine. And they fit straight off the bat. And then once you've got your chrome bit on the bottom here, and then yeah, these ones got elongated in different directions. Like I said, I think I've had a hit on this side at some stage. Someone's hit like a ball out or something and bent a couple of these little brackets here for my driver's side. But yeah, and we throw our nice new minty grill in with our black gardening stuff. Handy tip for new players, although the majority of you guys are experienced truck guys, so I won't insult your intelligence, but get stainless everything. Stainless screws, stainless bolts, whatever you can. Get as much stainless as you can, because if you don't, you'll get a bunch of corrosion and orange crap that just stains all your lights, and very quickly makes brand new lights look very old and very meh. Alright, and that is how to facelift your Isuzu Elf / Isuzu N Series / NPR, NKR, N whatever you have. Oh, I also said I'd show you guys this the other day and I completely forgot. Here is the mega sunshade we were working on, with all the sparkly diamantes. Also, thank you to Really Auntie, who has informed me that when I called these things old school loopies, old school loopies, their correct name is a scallop. So thank you. I think she'll look pretty cool. Voila! And we have completed facelift on the truck. What do you guys think? Did you like the original with the double bricks, or do you like the facelift? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm considering pulling this bull bar off. I really don't like the bull bar, and I want to put the engine on later tonight. There's not much of a bull bar really there, so once this comes off here, I'm not really going to notice it doesn't have a front bar on it. Yes, everything lined up quite nicely. The mesh looks good. It turned out surprisingly really nice. I can't see anything behind there. Alright, we're going for a run. Again, 2 bunnies. This time we're going to take Benjamin's 1 Series, because the Skyline is about 80% the way through of getting its diff changed. We've done the axles. We're doing a hard race high cast lockout bar at the moment. So thanks again to Jesse Streeter. We have some more parts coming for this very, very soon. We have a set of, they're called .X chrome plated steel wheels for the truck. And these are 7.5 by 6 with 135 offset. Whereas the ones that we're getting are 117 offset. So we should be able to clean the wheels right up, put some nice big steely chrome plated boys on there so we don't have to polish them too much. Then we can put on all our wheel hardware. We have another set of these coming. Hopefully I got the right ones this time. They'll be coming over with the wheels. Then we can put our new star cut cover things on. And I might see if we can find a new set of wheel nuts from one of the local truck places so we can clean them up. The back ones are not too bad, but the front ones are pretty crusty. So yeah, I'll tidy this right up, and we get some new tires and stuff as well. And every time I open this I remind myself I really need to finish painting my plastic door trim bits here and the roof thing up here, which thank you guys for reminding me. I need to get some more black paint for that one. Alright, off we go.